Good afternoon. Welcome back to another video, Pipeline Trading, and I have some really big news. So I've been talking about this bear flag. We've broken out. I'm actually covering my short that I had on, so it actually worked out really well. I'm happy about that. And the reason, if you're wondering why I'm covering my short, maybe I am early. I don't know if we're going to get a dead cat bounce. There are a lot of things on the option chain that I'm seeing where we're talking, if you go on the ETH ETF, you could see that we're probably going to close above 1450 a share. 1450 is probably close to 2000 off the top of my head, because there's a little bit of a difference between 13 and 14 is going to be where we're going to see this thing go. And the reason why I'm doing this video right now, I usually do them in the morning. I am late to getting them out. I apologize for that. But I actually am going to say something that goes against everything that you're hearing right now. Based off of these levels right here, I believe, and we're going to see because we have to watch price action, could we go down to the measure and move of about 1351? And keep in mind, this 0.88 Fibonacci level is something that I have used for myself. It's not really something most people use. The 0.786 is something that's used. Right here, we have a fair value gap that dates back all the way to April of 2025. Okay? So you're talking a level of 1637, and the top of it is 1724. We wicked right above that back in February. So I'm going to make a pretty big prediction right now that I typically usually don't do. Again, this is not financial advice. Do what's best for yourself and your portfolio, your comfort. Do not copy what I'm doing. This is just my opinion and for educational purposes. But this is how I think. The market, if we go back over here, we saw Bitcoin and ETH. Bitcoin and ETH have been running with the market for all these years. Okay? Market goes down, Bitcoin goes down. Market goes up, Bitcoin goes up. So the candlesticks are Bitcoin. This blue is the S&P. Okay? You can see the correlation. It's black and white. What's funny is this is not correlated, or is it? What I'm saying is the market right now has had roughly a pretty good run. Okay? I shouldn't say a pretty good run. It's had an astronomical run. And we have yet to see things slow down in the market. Now, the question is, are we going to get a pullback in the market? And I'm just going to do the math on the other side. Are we going to get roughly a 10, 11, 12% pullback in the market? And when that happens, it's going to make its next leg up to going even higher, especially with AI. This is just a thought of mine. Okay, keep that in mind because I could be wrong. But what's interesting about this is I believe we're on the cusp of this next drawdown in Bitcoin and ETH, okay, to the market bottoming and us seeing a run to potentially new highs by the year end. And it all depends on how we build structure once we get down to this level. If we start building a bear flag, then I say, no, we're probably going to the downside. If we start building a channel, let me just draw this in, where we're like this, that right there would mean we're bullish. That there's a very good chance when we break out, this goes to the upside. And the fact that the market has been making an all-time historical high and ripping and crypto is crashing tells me that this is most likely going to the downside. Another thing that I caught and now have a better idea what Tommy Lee has been talking about for this entire time. Where is it? So how I'm looking at this now is a little different, okay? If I were to draw this line in, let me get rid of some of these lines so you can see what I'm talking about. I hope you guys can see this, okay? This right here could be, this could have been wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 we go. If I looked at the measure move based off of this pennant right here, I should actually lower it a bit. It's roughly here. And this is another reason why I think ETH is closer to a bottom than people are thinking, okay? The last run that we had, it didn't do much more than it did in 21, which I thought was very weird, considering how much they're building on the blockchain and what Larry Fink and what all these people have been talking about. I'm now starting to lean more towards Tommy Lee's thesis because at first I didn't get it and I thought the numbers were fudged because it's in his interest, right? Even though he's super smart, he's made a lot of predictions that have all played out. The guy's, you can't take that away from him. He has a track record like no other. Right here, though, what I'm seeing is this area that we're looking at. If we break above 49.2, hold support wherever it may be, okay? I don't know when and where it's going to be. You get to numbers that Tommy Lee's talking about. This shows a high of 16,000 roughly. If you go based off of these highs, it could shoot up to, and I'm just connecting the highs, right? You're talking 21,000. So this is how he's coming. This is now what I'm seeing that I didn't look at before, that he's coming out with this price analysis. So anybody holding BMNR, I would assume that would put the stock back to where it was when it went public. And I think that was like 100 and something. This is big, guys, because right now we could be on the cusp of ETH and Bitcoin in the next week or two bottoming. And it depends on how fast and furious. It might come up here, take out some short liquidations. It might even come up here to about 75. And let me get rid of this. And we might actually get a head and shoulder situation going, right? And what's interesting about that, I'm just doing this real quick, but I'm going to eye it. If I were to go here and we broke the neckline, which would be roughly around here, this also corresponds with us going to about 52, which my target originally was from over here. And very simple, this used to be the last high. Okay, I'm going to reiterate this. Typically what we'd see all the way from back here to here, and this area was the high from 2017. Okay, so you have some sort of idea on where things should be able to bottom out before building structure and going to its next level. Typically, it's about 20% lower than the high. So that should take us to about 58,000, roughly. Can it overshoot? Absolutely. If I go down to these areas, like everything is pointing to this, guys. everything is pointing to these zones. So could we go all the way down here? Yeah, maybe if it came out that, you know, some crazy person is the founder of Bitcoin. Like, I don't know. There's all sorts of things that could come out in stories and narratives that could push it lower than what people are thinking. I don't know. But that's what I'm watching on a technical basis. I would wait for these levels to break, see how it builds price action. Because if we start building price action, like this is all lining up perfect playbook. Like we are potentially in the area, getting to the area, I should say, because we're not there yet. This was the bear flag. We get our measured move. It should be roughly within another week or so. And I think that the bottom could be in. And the reason why I'm saying this is the bottom always comes in when you least expect it. If we look at over in 21, in December, everybody was panicking because the market took an absolute dumpster show because of the war with Ukraine and Russia. What happened? Everybody said it was going down. It's going to this, it's going to that. So you could see how I drew the price action. Look for this price action here. So you can see bear flag, chop, bear flag, because the bear flag now it's still intact. Just so you can see this. I'm going to do this so you understand that this little one right here, okay, guys, is still a bear flag. Okay? The difference is this area right here from the flag, because it broke, because this was the other bear flag, right? This area to this. No one's going to teach you this like I do, for the record. No one's going to take the time to watch and learn. If you look at this, what do you know? That's a pretty good measured move, I'd say. So even though this looks like, oh, these two bear flags, there's not much movement. Yeah, the closer the bear flags get, the less of a drop. Like that was in 1 week we saw that drop, and that was the bottom. That's it. Arrivederci. Buonasera. And guess what happened? We went for a freaking run. Okay? So watch for that. Let's see. Right now, we want to see how price is going to start building in these areas. If we go and start doing another bear flag, it's not done then. I would void everything I just said. But I'm looking at ETH and I just can't get it out of my head how this thing is playing out. We're in a wedge. It's huge. We already saw a 66% drawdown during the tariff. We're now at a 65. Based off of Wyckoff, this was a secondary test. There is multiple secondary tests when looking at this. So let's see how price action goes, because I think there's a very good possibility we are closer to a bottom than people understand. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you found this video helpful. And if you did find this video helpful, please subscribe, hit the bell notifications. As always, stay disciplined, trade with intention, and God bless you all. Have a great day.